Korea. I'm Steph, and along with my husband Pete and our 4-year-old son Hayes, we're spending the next 3 to 4 weeks driving around Korea in an electric car, stopping in as many places as we can. In this video, we're exploring in and around Andong, and also a little bit in Gyeongju. And we're trying to check out the more kind of traditional, old school side of Korea. But before we get started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Korean tourism organization who we're partnering with on these road trip videos.
I could be your security. There's no guarantee on anything.
This place is like 500 years old. You know that?
Can I fly? I'm gonna jump.
No. This is Dosanseowon, which is a 500-year-old Confucian academy. I'm not gonna try to tell you about Confucianism. But hey, do you have 1,000 won?
I do. Funny enough you ask.
It was built in honor of this guy, Yi Huang, better known as, I don't know how she's saying it, Toegye, Tway Hit. But it's on the 1,000 won note, which is always cool. So sorry that we didn't give you more information at that place, but I hope you got a sense for how beautiful it was. And now we're gonna go check in to our Hanok and I think have some dinner.
It's been a couple of years since we've stayed in our Hanok and we've just arrived here. We're just getting a tour.
You're careful this
Okay.
and this.
Okay, yes. And we're just getting checked in and we're going to show you the rest later.
I would think that on my 3rd trip to Korea, I would be used to the number of dishes on a table, but I'm still not. Every time I think it's done, more comes. Oh, there's more. Literally not anywhere to put it. I couldn't possibly tell you what everything is, and it feels like a shtick at this point on the channel to talk about how many dishes are on this table, but it's not a record because we had that meal where they slide the table onto the table, but there's a lot of dishes on this table. I read this thing on a blog about how when the Queen of England, I don't know if it's true, when the Queen of England came to Korea, she asked to go to the most Korean town, and that was Andong. I think the most historical is Gyeongju. I don't know, but we've been here like 5 seconds, and so far everywhere we've stepped into has been very historical, traditional, and it's really fun.
Where do we start? Oh, I know. The mackerel. Because that's my favorite.
Can I have some of that, Daddy?
Yeah. Mmm.
Do we have it
Andong mackerel.
Daddy, do we have it on like the train thing?
Like, oh, the bento?
did, Hazy.
Is it but why does he get kind of bigger?
Because it's just maybe a bigger fish.
Oh. We're gonna go to bed soon. We're just eating like dinner right here. Daddy just giving me mackerel. So yummy. And we have a little bit of time to play at our house. Tomorrow we're gonna have breakfast. Start a new day. Goodbye. Like our sand play area, we haven't played in it. Mommy,
Yeah?
you have to come.
Why?
Come show people this.
Hayes has actually already given a room tour, so mine's not going to be as good as his, but now that we've spent a night here, let me show you around this incredible Hanok. First, got this open air courtyard, which now that the sun's coming through is really amazing. 2 bathrooms, one here.
What's a Hanok?
A Hanok. I'm glad you asked that, Steph. A Hanok is Korean for traditional home. Old traditional home, right? Here is the other bathroom through there. They still have set up how they used to have the kitchen layout. So little sort of wood burners up here.
Does this look really old or what?
And I love just all of these open shutters.
Do you see like what they did to the window? Let me show you how you open it.
Okay, so come through here. Don't forget to take your shoes off. Up to this mezzanine area where you can kind of sit and hang out, open up more of these great wide shutters. And here's bedroom number 1.
This is where we sleep. We just wake up here. My charging jump right there.
Let's have a look at this last room over here. So, since we promised Hayes we would all sleep together, we've turned this room into a Lego room.
In our Lego room. Have you seen like one of these? This little minifigure there. And look. Look that guy. Have you seen these roller coasters up high from and then you drag this in? These are the strap. Can you believe we wrapped them?
But yeah, that kind of shows you this place. I wish we had a little bit more time here because it's one of those places you can hear all the birds and like nothingness outside, and it's super relaxing. So if you're ever going to come here, allow some time to actually enjoy this space because it's really special. But all right, on to our next activity.
Just arrived at the Hahoe Hanok Village, which we'll tell you about in a second. We're going to go back over there, but first we're going to see a mask dance. And if you've been following along, we stumbled upon one in Gangneung, but this is where the mask dance originates. And then they've got an incredible Hanok village over there that's like one of the most well-preserved clan villages. So it was all one family. It's like 800 years old. We got here a little bit late, so we're gonna do this first, then we'll take you over there and look at some old houses. We've just had a warning from Mr. Lim, who gave us an introduction to the village, that the Korean mask dance can be a little bit sexual, so now I'm extra excited. I think he was telling us because Hayes is very excited, but I think it will be mostly lost on Hayes. Having no expectations.
Mommy, I'm telling them all about math.
You want to tell them? Can I tell them first? Okay, let me say something first.
Also, we saw poop and math, and there's someone peeing there that was colorful.
Usually this is where I would interrupt him and tell him to stop talking about pee, but actually that is an extremely accurate portrayal. I was going to say, having no expectations, this was not what I expected. It started off with a butcher slaughtering a bull and then trying to sell his balls, which ended up being the kind of unifying theme throughout the whole production, was these cow balls. And then there was a woman that peed and was like seducing a monk. It was very humorous. There's one thing that was really cool, and I don't know if maybe somebody could tell me. Historically, I assume it was all male, but there was a female member in the band, I don't know if it's called the band, drumming, and one of the two females in the production, one of three, they took their masks off at the end, was portrayed by a female. So that's cool. Maybe it's always been that way, I don't know. How do you do it? Is it like this? It's like this? Can you do it? It is definitely something you have to come see for yourself. But I want to go see those old houses now.
Now at Hahoe Village, And this is one of the largest preserved traditional villages here in Korea. Clan villages, thanks Steph, here in Korea. And what's interesting that we didn't know is that people still live here. And there's been one family in particular that's lived here for like over 600 years. So we're just walking around and there's a couple of houses that you can go and look at as well. And it's just very, very interesting.
Don't shut up about these cherry blossoms, but it's because we didn't plan to come to Korea for cherry blossoms. Honestly, it's never been on my list, and we've seen them in a few places now, and it's been way better than I ever could have imagined. But this is the first place we've seen them, I guess, like full bloom, where they're like snowing. Is that what you call it? And you keep thinking you've seen the best cherry blossoms you're gonna see, but this so far is it. And I'm kind of hoping we're just gonna chase them around, but I don't think that's how it works, because I think by the time we get to Busan, they'll be gone. So every time we see them, we're just really, really enjoying it.
Oh, I know about it.
My favorite thing about Korean restaurants is that you smell them before you see them.
It smells so good in the air. Should we have some chicken? Just for a few
We
minutes.
are in the Andong market having Andong jimdak, which is a famous chicken dish here in Andong. It is spicy braised chicken in like a soy sauce, and it's got a few origin stories. One is that it was like a celebratory dish in the Joseon dynasty. It's been eaten for hundreds of years. The other, which I am partial to, is that I think we're on like Chicken Alley, and in the 1980s when fried chicken was becoming popular, the chicken people here wanted to create a dish to make sure there was still demand for their chicken. But carrots, potatoes.
Cabbage.
Do I just have to like narrate everything I'm doing?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
mukbang's silent. Can I just sit here and eat silently?
No, this is a.
I think they might be though.
Audio mukbang. You have to like give
That was a spring
some
onion.
descriptions. Okay. Oh. Hayes, you enjoying the chicken? All right, more chicken for Hayes. Okay. All right. It's actually, and it's been a little bit cooler this evening, so this is the perfect. I'd call this a very like hearty meal, right?
It's got noodles, fast noodles.
Very, very nice dish to be having on a cool spring evening.
It's delicious.
I'm gonna try these.
We've got some radish.
The noodles are nice.
There's a big old potato. Pete, you must be happy.
Oh, I love whole potatoes. And then, yeah, the soy sauce isn't that strong either. It's kind of nice,
Really good dish.
subtle taste. Let us know if you want like full-length videos like this.
It'll be long done by the time this is posted. What are you gonna do?
I'm just joking.
Just make some beans on toast and eat it in front of the camera? Beans on toast made me think of mackerel on toast, which made me think of last night we ate salted mackerel, which is another one of Andong's specialties, which we didn't know at the time. We should have known because this is like mackerel's #1 fan over here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hayes is loving the mackerel too, but yeah, this is really
Let
good.
us know if you want to see how Hayes eats mackerel at home because it's not quite as sophisticated.
Hiding in my far-off distant plans, I see.
Continuing the theme with beautiful old traditional buildings, we found one that is also a brewery. This is Andong Brewing, and also themed with cats. Great. Has an American style IPA. Double great. That's all I got, but I feel like every time we come there's like more craft beer everywhere we go though, like the whole world over. But I'm gonna be honest, like downtown Andong is like not the coolest, hippest of the cities we've seen in Korea. And this is just tucked on like a super normal street, and then you walk in and it's really cool. And the beer is delicious.
This is the kind of place where you could spend a little evening at.
But we are!
But we
never
can't.
knew. Bye!
See you.
So we learned a little bit more after we put down the camera, as you always do. The owner of that place, we said to call him Liam. I guess his name's Liam, was really kind. The building's so cool. So he was saying that the buildings, there's two. There's like one in the back that he showed us, are Japanese and Korean style, and you can tell by the different roofs. The Korean style I recognize from all the buildings we've been in the Hanoks, and then the Japanese style building was slightly different. And he said that it used to be a bulgogi restaurant, but it's been a brewery for about 3 years. Definitely worth a visit if you come to Andong.
Make that a priority, your trip to Andong, as well as all the cool.
We don't know how to recommend much, but we can find you a good bar or brewery. Now for the last stop of the evening, we're gonna go to a famous bridge.
To fall into the dawn, hunker down and live a life.
This is Wolyeonggyo. It's a famous bridge. It might be the longest pedestrian bridge in Korea. Might not. It's beautiful, and we timed it so perfectly. The lights turn on, but we also got here early enough that like you can still see the cherry blossoms. The combo, really good.
If you really get to Detroit.
So boy, that knows us too well.
What's he referencing?
He's referencing that every scenic spot that we go to, we always try and recreate Troye Sivan's dance. What's it called?
You just got me started. I don't think I get started. What's going on in Andong that it gets frigid at night? We're not prepared for this. We're like all wearing sandals. It is so cold. But it means that getting home to that Hanok with the warm heated floors is gonna be so nice.
Glass of wine.
Oh yeah, we got wine. We went to a no brand today, we got wine. Also, we're all sleeping together, which like, I know I shouldn't like it, but like we don't do it that often, so I love a little family sleep. Are you excited for our family sleep?
Yeah.
Where are you? Are we gonna play Lego in the Lego room?
Yeah.
Before we go to bed?
Yeah.
Can I have wine and play Lego?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We're in a different village now. We're going to that hill and like that. I don't know how we get there, but we are.
I stare down at the crazy paisley pattern carpet. It spooks my subconscious. I get a little bit nauseous.
Since we last spoke, we've since had a little walk around the Andong Village, which was quite similar to Andong's Hahoe, but also kind of different. And we saw a 500-year-old tree. And now we have come to learn how to make soju. We've already learned that the first step is making something called cheongju. That's like the sticky rice that's been fermenting for 2 days. So it's like one fermentation process. The next step is takju, which is kind of like makgeolli, which is my favorite Korean alcohol. And then you put it in this thing, I think, and distill it again to get soju. We were at the Andong Soju Museum yesterday, and we had like a little demonstration of, I think, the first step. And so in my mind today, we were gonna go somewhere like really old-fashioned and do it like that. But no, we're in a beautiful, like, modern-looking distillery, which makes a lot more sense. So I'm glad we actually saw that in the museum yesterday, and I don't know why I thought we were going to be like stamping on it with our feet, because that's probably not what they do in 2024.
Did you say?
Thank you.
Can tell me down? Okay, so now go nice and gentle. Okay, slow. Slowly, that's it.
Whoa.
Good job, Hazy. What are you doing,
How
son?
can I do?
I think I'm making soju. This thing he's doing, he has to do that for almost an hour with his hands. I'm not able to explain this, but his son made a really great informational video that I'm trying to learn about now. This step is the one that requires like a lot of care and can make it like good or bad, but I thought he was just like having a stir, but apparently he's gonna do this for 50 minutes.
Wow. I mean, that's like, I don't know, like organic wine? I don't know. I mean, that is so unique. It's really cold, which I love. And yeah, super fruity, I guess is another thing that comes from it. I'm not great at describing.
I'm gonna get in trouble because I keep asking about makgeolli because I love it, but he was explaining that cheongju is like, and soju are for They're more fancy, right? We learned on that tour with Jay that makgeolli is basically the scraps of this, and it was what was used to like fuel farmers. It's very like working class. It's all delicious, but I understand why this is like craft. That's what I'm sure that they're all crafts. I wish I could explain more.
Nice.
Kicked out of here. Just set to Pete. In case we weren't already gonna get the "why did you bring your kid to a soju making thing" comments, we probably will now. Honestly, we're museum. We went to museum too. No, what I was gonna say is this is delicious, and it's our third trip to Korea. I had no idea it existed. Why have y'all been withholding jeongju from me? But that's what's really fun about coming somewhere over and over, is that there's still, which is very obvious, so much to learn, so much. But I love that there's new alcohols to try each visit. I've been told to put this under and get 15 drops, and then I can drink it.
Yeah.
Okay. 14, 15. So now I can taste it?
Yeah.
Strong. That's not like what you get in the Korean restaurant fridges. It's on Airbnb Experience, so if you're looking in Gyeongju, it'll be very easy to find Korean liquor traditional spirits, Cheongju. He's got 4.91 star rating, but he deserves 5. I'm getting sad that another stop on our Korean road trip is coming to an end. This has been such a cool few days in Andong and technically Gyeongju, and a totally different side of Korea that we haven't explored much of. Very, very cool. So thank you for watching. Thank you to Korea Tourism. And our next stop on our Korean road trip will be Daegu. Thanks for watching this video, and thanks for making it all the way to the end. You are the real deal. How about leaving a comment with this emoji, which is my favorite one, in the comments, and will really confuse everybody else who didn't. But I also just wanted to come in here with something really important and say that if you are liking this series and how we travel around Korea and maybe how we travel in general, Pete and I are thinking about leading a family-friendly group trip somewhere, because we would love to travel with other people to get an understanding of what that might look like. We have just launched a survey. I'll put it in the description. I'll also pin a comment, and we would absolutely love if you have any curiosity or any interest at all, even just an inkling, please fill that out to help us understand what you're looking for. And if you're watching this video like way later, perhaps we've already announced a trip. So just keep an eye in the comments and in the description for that. But we would love to show you how we travel and how we look for super local delicious food, and how we meet amazing tour guides that know so much more than us, and just generally navigating the world with a child, if that's your thing. But if not, that's also fine. Anyway, let's go somewhere. See you in the next one.